Hello everyone and welcome to a new Monday stream here on Access the Animus. My name is Marco and today we're going to play Assassin's Creed Chronicles China because we are having a new trivia. We didn't wait for another week and that's because this time we're going to have a trivia but for a different prize, which is going to be 3 copies of the Assassin's Creed the Desert Threat novel. Which were kindly provided by Aconyte Books, which is the publisher for the book. So we're going to discuss a little bit the book itself. We have released our review today. We're gonna play some Chronicles China. So the entire day at Access the Animals has pretty much been focused on Xiaojun. So welcome everyone. Hello Dan, welcome to the stream. Hello Jatin. We're having some issues. No, are we? Yes. Let me see. Can you hear me properly? I think it should be working. Mecha-san, no, the novel is non-canonical as far as we know. It is the sequel of another novel that was published by Aconyte, which was called The Ming Storm, if I'm not mistaken. We're having some issues with our joypad. Okay, there we go. Yes. Okay, so Farid, welcome to the stream. So the novel is not properly canonical, but it delves a lot into the Chinese history and mythology as well, and it does allow you to follow the story of Xiaojun in a sort of like different setting, in a way. So we'll be playing with Chronicles China, which is the canon story, while we are also going to have a trivia for the desert threat. I'm gonna misspell it so many times today, but anyway. Farid, I might not gonna participate in a trivia because I have an exam tomorrow. It's fine. You don't have to participate in a trivia necessarily. Are we having an issue with the chat? We're having an issue with the chat here.
No.
Okay, I hope that my PC doesn't destroy or anything. But yes, today we are going to focus on Xiaojun. Sary is actually playing Chronicles China for her first time. We tested a bit before starting a stream and she likes the game and the environment. Hello Zark, welcome to the stream. Salve, ciao. Nice to see you all. How was your week? Like we have been, I mean, the information on AC, the news have been slowing down. We have been still creating some content on Mirage. We have something else hopefully coming during the week. And after our latest video, we have completed the news that we can share about Mirage. So finally, we can release everything we can from our interview with the art director of Mirage, that is Jean-Luc Salah. So we can finally release the whole thing. Or whatever we can about it, so you will see soon enough. And yes, Sary is about to face the first Chinese guards as Xiaojun gets frees herself from being imprisoned in the magician grottos. Elena, welcome to the stream. Triton K, hello. Good luck, Farid, for the exam. Don't worry about the trivia and focus on your exam. I really do hope you can succeed and have fun after that, and so you can relax a bit. Bored as hell, no AC news. Bored with my games. Need to buy something new and no MotoGP. Yes, like. Formula 1 is gonna finish next week, and MotoGP was over. So I know that a lot of people have been playing God of War though. So for some people, I'm not between them, but for some people it's been a busy week. Not for us, not a lot of AC news, other than yesterday and today. A lot of people have been celebrating the actual 15 years anniversary of the first Assassin's Creed game, which originally released yesterday, and on some consoles or platforms it was today as well. So it was November the 13th and 14th of 2007, so 15 years ago. So that's nice. Dan gonna be graduating for university this week. A lot of exams for you guys today. Congratulations, Dan, for the entire for your path, and I'm so happy that you guys are, completing and going on. And it's nice that you guys are sharing some bits of your life with us. It's so nice to have these Monday gathering of the ATA family. It's always nice to check in with you guys. And hello, Dom. Welcome. You made it to a trivia, and as you can see, I forgot to mention this. Yes, we're having the trivia. I did mention that. You can already start and register in the trivia by scanning the QR code that you can see on the top of the screen. Dom, you made it to the trivia, and because today has been mostly focused on Xiaojun, we have released a review about the Desert Threat novel. The Desert Threat novel is also the prize for the trivia today. We are playing Chronicles China, so we are fully dedicated to Xiaojun, and so the trivia will also be mostly focused on Xiaojun and the games, books, and novels dedicated to her, the characters surrounding her. So it's not only about Xiaojun, but it's mostly on her. So I hope you guys are. You know the story of our favorite Chinese assassin. So I hope you guys are ready for that. We're not gonna do it right now. We're not gonna have the trivia right now. It's gonna be I'm gonna say in 1 hour or less. But like I mentioned, you can actually scan the QR code that you can see on the top right of the screen right now, and it will land. You will land to you will get to the landing page where you will be asked to enter a username and an email. We are asking for your email just so that we can certify that it's actually you when we are going to deliver the prize, or actually gather your data so that Aconyte Books, who is the publisher, which is the publisher of the Desert Threat, is actually going to deliver the books to you. I don't think I have mentioned it before, but we're gonna have 3 winners today instead of just 1. And the actual winner, like the person that is going to get the most points at the trivia, is going to actually get a physical version of the book, while second and third place are going to get a digital version of the book, so you can read it on your smart device. So yes, this time we're not gonna have only one prize and only one winner. So we hope we can make way more people happy, and we are actually working behind the scenes to get even more third parties involved and more partners involved, so that we can have diversified prizes and stuff, and not just the Hello Eagle Vision. And not only the Helix credits. As you can see, this is a first step. I hope we can get even more prizes in the future. Hello Troopage, welcome to the stream. Welcome. AC was part of why I got into history and decided to pursue it. This series is always going to have a special place in my heart. The same is for me, and I think for a lot of the peeps in the chat as well. We wouldn't be here after so many years, still having fun with the games, still enjoying and talking about the games all the time. That's because they are leaving a mark, and a profound one at that. Yes, it is worldwide shipping. Um, we have checked that with Aconyte Books. We actually had way more giveaways with Aconyte. Our partnership with Aconyte extends up until 2020, so it's been already 2 years, and we have had different giveaways of older books in the past, and those giveaways were always worldwide. So the only country that we can't cover is actually Italy, which is pretty sad, but it's because of some specific laws that do not allow us to have competitions and giveaways and contests. So sadly, we cannot include Italy, but we can do the rest of the world. So any country is fine. We actually double checked before having having the stream and announcing the trivia, so we should be fine unless anything changes. Assassin's Creed community, welcome to the stream. Dom, gotta check your Gamescom trivia files. I'm not sure. Well, if we might have, like, Dom. In case you don't know, Dom was a community manager for Assassin's Creed for a long time. We have organized a lot of events with him, including the Assassin's Creed trivia at Gamescom, like the live events. So I think he's going to look if in our old trivias there were questions about Xiaojun. But the questions were all created from scratch. So unless we are repetitive and even years after the trivia at Gamescom, unless we're having like the same thoughts and so we're having the same questions, this is going to be fully new. And Sary is about to be spotted. They're checking. And are we about to see our first hi Sary moment? No, that was very nice. But now they are in alert mode. And this alert mode does very much looks like the Metal Gear kind of alert mode from the original games, actually. Kazekage, welcome to the stream. A good morning from cold and sunny Cali. Thank you. And a good evening from cold Italy. It's sunny as well, but still very cold. Orfa, welcome to the stream. Can the winners of the previous trivias compete today? That's a very good question. Price. It's a different price, so I think we can. We can allow for that. We don't want people that have already won the prizes to win them again. But this, because this is a new step for us. Like we already had giveaways in the past, but we have never had trivias with different prizes than the Helix credits. We want to make this accessible to everyone. So even if you have won already the trivias in the past, you can compete for this one as well. At least this time. We're gonna see the next time with different prizes. Because also we don't want everyone, like we don't want the same person to win every single trivia, of course. But for this time, we can make an exception for sure. Six Keys, welcome to the stream. I hope you are going to participate in the trivia. This time you made it in time, because last time you were right after the nick of time, but this time you're much earlier. So thanks for joining us so early. Kabapayan, is that Filipino for hi or welcome? Kumusta, I've recognized that. Kumusta is what you guys are saying sometimes for Sary when she has the main assassin die. So I guess this is like hi. I am learning Filipino, I guess. Maybe if someone has already won once, they can still participate, but you pick the runner-up. Yes, okay. In case we have... hello, Ezio with different voice. Nice to not see you. I remember Loomer... Did Loomer have Roger Craig Smith revoice these lines by Ezio? I think he did. That's so many years ago. I think at least 5 to 6 years ago. But yes, we can maybe, if we are seeing that all the 3 winners are winners from our past streams and from our past trivias, then we can select the runner-ups based on how they classified, well, how they were ranked in the final ranking. Dasha is doing fine. Every day I am surprised by how smart she is. Like now we have some electric stoves. I think you can see you can see the warm lighting in the background here. It's because we have an electric stove right here, and we have a few in the house. And when we place them on the ground, she does feel that it's warmer in front of that, and so she lies down in front of them. So sometimes we have to also move them away from her because like we don't want her to get burnt or anything. But she intentionally goes in front of those because of course she wants to stay warm. It's cold for her as well, so it's very nice to see. I'm not even sure whether to call her smart for that, but it's so nice to see her reactions to that. Hello Ryan, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for your kind comments and for your kind word. You got to the right moment because we're having a stream where we've never played actually on stream. We've never played Chronicles China. We're having a day fully dedicated to Xiaojun, and we're gonna have a trivia dedicated to Xiaojun as well, where you can win a copy of the Desert Threat novel. You can already register to participate in a trivia by scanning the QR code. It should be on the top right of the screen up here. So if you scan the QR code with your smartphone or tablet, you will be able to already get to the landing page where you are asked a username and an email so that you can participate there. You can already register, but after we stop playing and before we actually get into the trivia, we're gonna also allow you to participate from a web browser. We're gonna give you guys a link as well, so we're gonna give you enough time to register. But yes, thank you for joining us. And I think Six Keys mentioned, yes, Loomer asked Roger Craig Smith to redub Ezio's parts, and he did it for free. That was very kind of his. I think I remember. I mean, it's unrelated in terms of Xiaojun, but it's related in terms of fans asking voice actors. I think that Serenica Soroses, the member of our team, the writer of all of our reviews, she asked Nadia Verrucci, the voice actress for Juno, to actually voice some of her own lines. Like Serenica wrote some lines for Juno, and I think that she also did that for free. Like the AC actors, they do enjoy their characters, and they're always, not, I wouldn't say always, but some of the actors are very happy to voice some of the lines. So it's nice to see that the voice actors do get involved with the community. I remember hearing the voice for the first time, and it threw me off. No disrespect to the voice actor, it's not necessarily the fault of the voice actor. Indeed, I think that the whole voice acting in all the Chronicles games was very, very bad. But I also believe that the games had such a low budget. As you can see, the cutscenes are not really cutscenes; they are actually, backgrounds. They are animated in a way. So you can see that the budget for these projects was very, very, very tiny. And as Six Kids mentioned, the keyboards for the control for this game are unbearable, and it's not just the keyboards. Before we usually play with a PS4 joypad, and in this time when we tested this today, it didn't work. and I had to look it up, and this only works with an Xbox 360 pad on PC. So we had to go in our I don't know how you call it, in our garage, let's call it like that, to find if we still had our very old Xbox 360 gamepad, and we still have it. Thankfully, Sary found it, because otherwise we would have had to play with the keyboard, and it would have been such a mess. But instead, here we are. And hello, James. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as well. I hope you are participating in our trivia as well, because it's nice to see also a lot of people from the Twitter AC community, and I'd like to see how you guys are going to fare with our trivia. This time the questions were written both by me and Sary, instead of just Sary. Which doesn't mean they're going to be any easier. Probably some of them might be harder. Plus, it's not easy to write 20 questions only on Xiaojun, or like stuff surrounding Xiaojun. So some of them might be a little complicated. Some of them were actually removed by Sary, because I wrote some very tough ones that require the answer of, Chinese names of characters that people might not know about. So those were very much censored by Sary. So hopefully these are more balanced. We'll see about that. We're not really sure. We'll see. Patient Wolf, hello. Welcome to the stream. So nice to see you. In case you don't know, the Patient Wolf, he's an amazing writer and storyteller on YouTube. He has produced some of the best retelling of the stories of the Assassin's Creed games. And recently, for the 10 years anniversary of Assassin's Creed 3, has released a new huge video. I think it's 1 hour and a half. 1 hour, I don't remember how much, but it's like these are like huge and properly detailed retelling of the story of the main games, and they are super detailed, and they are super consistent with the lore, like super precise. And Patient Wolf also asked me and a bunch of other members of the community to also have a look at what he created to help iron the kinks about the story. So I also helped in seeing. Sary is laughing because some of you might know about my pet peeve of calling him Connor and not Connor Kenway, and the first thing that I spotted, or the second one, was that there was just one instance where Connor was called Connor Kenway in the video, and I was like, oh no. But instead, like, it was the only one of the just two things that I had to say about a 1 hour and a half video. So it was an amazing video, and you guys should actually have a look at his videos. They are some of the best content I've ever seen in the created by the community. So kudos, Patient Wolf. And sorry about my pet peeve. Well, not pet peeve. Sorry about my peeve about Connor and Connor Kenway. Triton, hello. Marvin, please say it Kenway. I can say Kenway. I can say Connor. And that's it, I guess. I can say Kenway. I mean, many games of the AC franchise are about Kenway characters. I can say that. I can say Connor is an introvert character that not everybody liked. I can say he is a son of a Kenway. I can get close, but Anyway, Triton, doing my slightly late 10th year anniversary of Assassin's Creed made me realize that Juno's voice actors is really good, and no one seems to acknowledge it. I do acknowledge it. Nadia Verrucci's voice is amazing and is super recognizable. Oh, Sary. Is this our first moment where we're gonna hear and write hi Sary in the chat? It is not. They are throwing stuff at you.
This is my kind of game.
Sary loves this game. You enjoy it this much?
Yeah.
I mean, you did a lot of, counter stuff without getting hit once. Well, kudos. No, Dom, I'm gonna time you out from the chat for what you wrote. You wrote Kenway, then Connor, then Kenway. Dan, come on! Don't you guys write it in the chat? I cannot ban you all. How are we gonna have the trivia if I ban you all? I can't. There you go. Throwing daggers or throwing knives. This was a very nice 2D representation of the feeling of being an assassin. Of course, it's not an open world game. It's not a 3D game either. It's 2.5D. It's very reminiscent, or somewhat reminiscent of Metal Gear in a way. Careful. Wow, okay. It's kind of reminiscent of Metal Gear, but with a lot of assassin-y elements. Do it. Do it. No, I won't do it. You can have unlimited power by saying it, but I can't. I still follow the righteous path, the Jedi path of saying either Connor or Kenway, and that's it. What's that? Marco's just aching for a hi Sary moment. Yeah. Kinda, because these games can be really tough, and especially if you're hit in these games, especially at the start, you almost die immediately. Now, I think that Sary has 2 hits, like can be hit twice, and that's it. And she got spotted intentionally. Can you counter and also kill them? But if you kill them during a fight, I think you're gonna be... Oh, there we go. Did you do it intentionally?
We're not moving, so...
So that's a hi Sary moment right there. That's a hi Sary moment. Hi Sary in the chat. Hi Sary. What are we gonna do? Like, are we gonna stay here forever and see a lot of hi Sary moments?
Yeah.
I did like the emphasis on stealth in these games. Yes, I also did that. I also did love it. I think it's very painstaking to get shadow gold in every single... Oh, that was very good. Nice. It's very tough to get maximum score point for every single level, especially the final ones. A lot of hi Sarys in the chat, yes! Oh, that is in Japanese, I think. That is Japanese. I think that Sary died intentionally to show that this is an Abstergo product. Because you can see it only when you die, I think. And also, well, where you see the secret cutscene, but I'm not going to spoil it. Because I think Trident K in the chat still has to play these games, so I'm not going to spoil what the secret cutscene in the modern day cutscene, what it is about, but still. Patient Wolf, I have not played these Chronicles stories yet. I'm looking forward to them. If you play the games in sequence, when is the best moment to play them? After the Ezio trilogy. I'm gonna say you don't have to play them in a specific moment for the compared to the games. I would suggest you watch Assassin's Creed Embers and read the Assassin's Creed Brahman comic book, before this, and also so before playing the Chronicles games, you need to watch Assassin's Creed Embers, read the Assassin's Creed Brahman comic, and the Assassin's Creed The Fall and the Chain comics, because these are they all take place before the the events shown in Chronicles, and they are about the three main characters. So Assassin's Creed Embers is of course about Ezio Auditore and Xiao Jun. There's going to be some questions about it, by the way, in the trivia. Brahman, the comic book, is about Arbaz Mir, who is the main character of the Chronicles India. And if you read Assassin's Creed The Fall and the Chain, those are comic books about Nikolai Orelov, who is the main character of Chronicles Russia. So that's the context that you need to play the Chronicles games. If you need some context, the games do provide some context themselves, but I do suggest you read the comic books and watch Embers first, because there are also some inconsistencies, and I personally believe that because these characters have been introduced in other places, like the comics and Embers, that's the original canon. So if these games go against it, it's always a little tricky, and there are some inconsistencies here and there. So Odyssey being made 6 years after AC3 allowed for a much more detailed character model. I think I missed what we were talking about there. Kazekage, I've never played any of the Chronicles games. You can see how they feel and how they look. I think that visually speaking, they look amazing, considering it's I wouldn't call it cartoony, but sort of, it's a animated feeling of it. It's not 100% realistic, but it's freaking amazing. Like the animations are very nice. The looks of it are it's a super distinctive look, for sure. And it's not only visuals for the sake of it, but sometimes they're also there to convey a message and a feeling, especially for what concerns, I think, Chronicles Russia, because like Chronicles Russia is there, like it really conveys the cold and propaganda feeling of Russia. So I do suggest you guys play the games, and you play the games in order. So you start with Chronicles China, then India, and then Russia. That's also the historical order as well. So they would be perfect for Switch. I do agree, Six Keys. They would be perfect also because we installed this game on PC, and originally it automatically plays in 720p, and then it adjusts to 1080p not perfectly. We are playing in windowed mode, and we had to extend it, so it's not super perfect. I think that playing on Switch would be the perfect setting and platform for it. I've met the lovely Xiao Jun. That's nice, because Embers is a very nice closure for Ezio's story, but at the same time it introduces Xiao Jun, and Xiao Jun was so loved by the fans, even if she was just introduced in a short movie that is 25 minutes long or something, that over the years there were so many products dedicated to Xiao Jun in terms of story, not so many figures and stuff, because she's not a main character in the game, in the games, but like I mentioned, there's Embers, and there's of of course, we're having a trivia about a novel about Xiaojun, even if it's not super canon. There's two novels that are not super canon, but still they're dedicated to Xiaojun. There's a manga dedicated to Xiaojun. There might be some questions about what's that? There might be some questions about that as well. It's called Blade of Xiaojun. It's not gonna be tough questions about that though. And like I mentioned, well, there's Chronicles China. There's a lot of stuff dedicated to Xiaojun because fans love her as a character. She's a super strong and super sneaky assassin. She's a Chinese assassin. We don't have a lot of them. She's also one of the main heroes in Assassin's Creed Rebellion, the mobile game. Again, that's not super canon, but I mean, Rebellion has never been super canon. She's one of the elite assassins that you can get in there, so that's very nice. And every time they do, you know, multiplayer or like multiple characters based games, Xiaojun is always one of the main ones. So now that they sort of like mentioned that there's going to be a game for the Infinity platform, now it's called Project Invictus, and there are rumors that mention that you can play as many different characters. I really do feel and expect that Xiaojun is going to be one of them. I just have one wish. Parry shouldn't need you to hold the direction joystick. Yes, I hated that. But yes. I hated that because when you have guards in both sides and you can be hit only once or twice, it's very tough to also direct the parry. So not amazing, but yes, like these games can be tough, especially when you get to the end. Like the final levels in the Chronicles games can be very, very tough. Speaking of propaganda, Elena, I got a book for my birthday on anti-religious propaganda in Soviet Russia. Well, that's nice. Chronicles Russia is very much focused on Russian propaganda, set during the Russia Revolution. So I'm not sure if it's the exact same historical period of the book that you received. Russia did have Anastasia with inexplicable British accent. It's the same thing as here as Xiaojun. If you heard the cutscene before, Xiaojun has an impeccable British accent, and she says something like the books and stuff like that. So, like I said, the budget for these games, it does feel like it was really low, or these were games that were not done by Ubisoft itself, but it was how do you say, contracted to a studio called, I saw it earlier. Sperasoft was one of the Ubisoft studios that supported this. It was called Climax Studios, and it's a studio, obviously, located in the UK. So of course the voice actors were all British, meaning that Chinese characters spoke British, Russian characters spoke British. So obviously, Six Kids said, LMAO, that jump. Do you have more Valhalla content planned before Eivor's final chapter? Sort of, in that after releasing what we can release from our interview with art director Jean-Luc Salat, the art director for Mirage, if I make the time, so if I make it in time before they announce the last chapter, which I still don't know when they're going to announce it, but if I make the time, I would like to make a video about Sages and what Darby McDavid stated a few weekends ago about this sort of like new or different interpretation about what sages are, and that's gonna touch upon Mirage and Valhalla as well. So you can consider that a kind of Valhalla content. And we're still working on that Ogham / Old Irish content. That was so close. I was looking directly at the camera, but I saw you almost jumping to Xiao Jun's death. But that was almost a fhizZ moment, but it wasn't. But yes, the idea is to focus a little bit on the sages and discuss. Also because, I don't know why I'm using this, but also because there have been, back then when Darby took to Twitter to comment on what he believes sages to be, he didn't do that only on Twitter. By the way, he removed his profile from Twitter, so it's super hard to go and find those tweets back. But also, like, that video will, hopefully the idea is to collect all of those if I can find them, and have them in a single video so you can go back to them if you'd like. But also on the same days, in that same weekend, Darby also went to, I think, to Reddit and also on Discord. So you might have missed some of his comments on fhizZ Sary. What was that? What was that? You might have missed some of his comments about the sages, or some of his clarifications about the sages. So I would like to gather all of that, and I'm not sure if, like, whether to also have my theory on the sages in Mirage in the same video or in a separated video. I'm not sure. We'll see how much time I will need to gather all the data first. But yes, that's what we are planning. What I'm planning before the last chapter, and that varies a lot depending on when Ubisoft is going to announce the final date for the last chapter. And considering the recent times, they usually announce the day before or 2 days before. I would imagine them to announce it a little before than usual, because this is the final main piece of content for Valhalla. So I would expect the trailer to drop instead of just saying hey, tomorrow is Tombs of the Fallen Part 2. I would imagine them to release a proper trailer, and we'll see. Like, they did a trailer, I think. Did they do a trailer for Forgotten Saga? Maybe they didn't. But they released the video on their Game Plan YouTube account, so they might do that as well. A lot of fhizZ Sary in the chat, of course. This story and character could be adapted to be a game like Origins and Odyssey. Yes. fhizZ Sary. fhizZ Sary, are you about to bite the old Xbox 360?
Yeah.
You cannot bite the joypad.
Cool.
It's already an old and ancient remnant of the past. You cannot. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the stream. Really appreciate the content you're putting out. Thank you so much. That's very kind of you. It sure is a lot of work for each video. What would you say your favorite AC title is? That's a nice question. A lot of you guys seem to ask me over time. My standard answer is I can't pick one. So usually what I do to cheat is to say, in terms of modern day, my favorite games are Brotherhood and AC3, because there's a lot of development in the modern day there. Some of the stuff from EC3 is still being used today to advance the modern day and EC plot. And as for the historical story, I am very biased because I'm Italian, so AC2. And in terms of world building and stuff, my favorite ones are Egypt and Unity. So basically, I mentioned all the games, and all of them are my favorites. So pretty much, James is blaming the Xbox controller because it's because of that.
He's
That's
so
Xiao Jun.
nice.
James is always so very nice and
That's
so very
not
kind.
the case, sadly.
Troopage is asking, do you have an opinion on the cut Rollo quest that likely would have tied with Tombs of the Fallen Part 2? I'm not sure what kind of opinion. I mean, in terms of an opinion on content being cut for the games, I'm not surprised in that content for games get cut at all times. It can be visuals, it can be features, and of course it can be stories or dialogues. That happens all the time, and I figure that, wow, that was close again. Did you do it the same as you did it before? Okay. And in a live service game like Odyssey and Valhalla were and are, I think that cutting content happens even more frequently because the live teams are there to create content on the go. Well, not really on the go, but of course there is a plan. But things change and evolve very rapidly, and the pandemic surely impacted this a lot. So in terms of this Rollo quest being written, maybe some features could have been done. I'm not surprised that it was cut. I'm surprised. No, I'm not surprised. Like, I'm sure that there's so much more stuff that has been cut and then we don't know because maybe Ubisoft does not upload it to the games, so we don't know. I'm sure there is. And in terms of the actual story about Rollo and the Pieces of Eden and stuff, it's kind of sad. Would have been nice to see more Pieces of Eden. I do believe that it was a very nice tribute to Russell Lees, so I do enjoy the story that we saw in Tombs of the Fallen. It was very solid in my opinion, especially because apart from the tribute to Russell Lees, I do believe that the story in Tombs of the Fallen Part 2, it really made sense with the... Hello, Sary.
I told you there would have been a lot of
high series today, but yes, like I mentioned, what was I saying? It was like the story really made sense with the established story and the established lore from AC3, especially because of the second method of salvation. Plus the Sword of Eden at the end. I hope that's not too much of a spoiler, but it's been a few months already. So yes. See, she says almost too easy. Or is it the guards that say almost too easy? It's the guards. Oh, so they are actually mocking you. They're saying almost too easy. But yes, I think I saw another question. It was by Alex. One other question. Would you like it if the developers would add you as a character or NPC in a future AC game? You would look like an interesting character. Honestly, I have more than one answer to that. So, I guess it would be nice. I would feel a little embarrassed, but I guess. I know that this was done or at least attempted with Origins with the original set of mentors, Sary included. I don't know how that ended up, but I remember that there were talks about having the original mentors being scanned at the Ubisoft Montreal studio. I think they were scanned actually. It's been 5 years, so I think we can talk about this. The original mentors were actually scanned by that super futuristic scanning machine that they have at Ubisoft Montreal. You might have seen it in some videos. And their faces were scanned in a 3D environment, and the idea was to have them as NPCs in Assassin's Creed Origins. But I don't think I've seen any of the original mentors in Origins, so that's pretty sad. because it was so nice, and I would have taken so many pictures of the mentors and spammed them online, but I don't think I've ever seen any of them. fhizZ was one of the original mentors along with Sary. And fhizZ, I think you can confirm that nobody, I don't think that any of the models were used in Origins and even in the subsequent games. I think they have the scan of the mentors' faces. Woof, woof. That was close. Well, that was not close. They actually saw you, and they actually high-sarried you. See, I told you. The first levels were very easy.
No, it's fine.
And if you're having fun, we're all having fun actually. So yeah, that was the first part of my answer to your question. The second part is, I think unintentionally, but I'm already in AC. There is a doctor in a non-canon manga dedicated to Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. There is a doctor in the modern day. I think the manga is called Assassin's Creed 4 Awakening or Assassin's Creed Awakening. It's a non-canon manga. And it has a doctor that has pretty much my face, the same glasses, the goatee as well. So you could say that I could share a picture on Twitter later today, maybe, to show that he pretty much is very similar to me, but it was uncalled for. I'm not even sure that's intentional because it was created by a Japanese artist, so I'm not sure how versed they are with the AC community, and that happened in 2013, so that's many years ago. So I don't think that's intentional, but it's very similar to me anyway. Yeah, I will share it on Twitter and maybe on the Discord as well. By the way, if you haven't joined our Discord, as usual, I'm gonna put it in the chat. We don't only, there we go, that's Discord. So that we don't only have a one-to-one chat during the streams, but you can we can discuss AC every day pretty much on Discord, on our Discord server. And that's also where we're gonna host the second part of our fan art contest that we are hosting in collaboration with Ubisoft. It's dedicated to Assassin's Creed Mirage. You might have seen it on social media. And Ubisoft and Ubisoft Bordeaux especially were kind enough and also happy to make it so that the three winning artworks, the three winning fan arts dedicated to Mirage, will actually be displayed at Ubisoft Bordeaux at the studio, and the devs will actually have a look at them, and hopefully the idea is to also have something by the fans there next to the devs, so that they can support them in the final stretch until the release day of the game that we still don't know, but of course it's going to be 2023, so it's not too far. So the idea is to have that as well. Like I mentioned, the second part of that will be having the fan arts, the fan arts that will be sent to judges, but we're also going to show them on our Discord server where fans can share a like for all of them, and they can. The votes by fans will have a certain weight along with those of the judges in define who the three winning artworks will be. So we're gonna have that as well in 1 week. So you guys, if you like to participate in our fan art contest dedicated to Mirage, you still have 1 week left. I think 6 days today, and you can have a look at our Twitter page for more information. It's not for the Steelbook. It's something else. Like this is a fan art contest that we are holding on our own. So it's not gonna go on the Steelbook, but it's going to be displayed at Ubisoft Bordeaux next to the devs, pretty much. Have you guys gotten many submissions for the fan art contest yet? Depending on how you would define many, I will say yes. A good chunk of them have been submitted through the hashtag that is hashtag ATA Labs contest. But we also allowed for fans that wouldn't like their fan arts to be shown right now. They're gonna appear on the Discord server, but if they don't want them to appear on social media, you can send them to our email that is contest at accesstheanimus.com. So you can send that as well. There have been many submissions already, but I think that some more are gonna come in the coming days because it can take some time to complete the fan art. Of course, we announced it. We announced the fan art contest a few weeks ago. This is the final stretch, so we'll see about that. Good job, Sary, says 6Ks. Xiao Jun's animations really are great. She moves how I think an assassin should move, like a ballerina or yeah, exactly. I do agree with that, and that's I can understand why, James, why you are a huge fan of Unity as well, of course. And that is why we're not.
You destroyed it.
I didn't destroy Unity just because I said I don't like Arno or Elise. I just mentioned that I love Paris as a game world, and Unity does have its own huge fair share of showing how the Brotherhood behaves within a historical period, which some games do not at all. So, like, I think that Unity has one of the biggest assassin hideouts in all of the games, and it's one of the most beautiful ones. I'm gonna say it's the most beautiful one. So, yeah. Hey, I was not going to mention Unity, but I did. It's something that I mentioned in our recent video as well. Something like the devs of Mirage mentioned Unity, so we reported that, of course. And then after some time, I mentioned Unity even without reporting the devs talking about Unity. So I think that Unity is one of the most recurring topics within the community anyway. Xiao Jun restoring the Chinese Brotherhood would have been a solid premise for Assassin's Creed 3, especially since due to the setup in Embers, it'd be a pretty direct follow-up to Ezio's story. There is some reference to Xiao Jun in AC3, but it's very en passant, as they say in French. Like it's very touch and go. In that, I think that it's Achilles that mentions, like when he talks about the rope dart, he says, "Hi, this is a rope dart. It's called this and this and that. And it was used by Xiao Jun, one of the most important members of the Brotherhood, and blah blah blah." There are a few references to Xiao Jun in AC3, but yes, there's nothing super significant. It's more like Easter eggs. Don't worry, I watched that video very closely. Thank you so much, James. Always so very kind. And you guys are always so very kind when you mention ATA on Let's Talk. It's always so nice and humbling. And always happy to provide some content and news reporting that other members of the community can work on. So, so very nice. Elena, it's your birthday? Happy belated birthday. I didn't know. Did I miss it? Oh my. ATA team, can I get a... Let's stop everything. Elena is saying, ATA team, can I get a belated happy birthday? I had to spend mine in self-isolation. Come on, Sary. Come. Happy birthday, Elena. Happy belated. And I see that all the chat is saying happy birthday.
You can also sing
Happy birthday, Elena. I got it wrong immediately. I botched it in 3 seconds. So we're not gonna do it again.
Sorry, Elena.
Sorry, Elena. I'm just like that. I mean, it was the best that ATA could provide. I'm sorry. This is what we do. What we do.
Well, no.
No. Tanti auguri, as Masericate or Zark is saying. That's Italian for happy birthday. Happy birthday, Elena. Tanti auguri a te. A high Sary for realsies. Yes, that was a high Sary. A proper high Sary. Tanti auguri, tanti auguri. A lot of Italian tanti auguris. So close. But like that's so very nice, because when it gets close but they don't see you, it's one of those LT. Doesn't LT allow you to get close to the wall?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Which is
maybe
LT? This one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so maybe you can do it later. It's not now. So these are still new moves that you're learning. Okay, sorry for distracting you then. Ooh, can they see you there? How can they see you there? Did you fall? What happened? I got distracted a second, and this is what Hi, Sary. Ciao, Sary. Thank you, everyone. My birthday really sucked, and this has really... Oh. Well, we can't be there, but it's like we're doing our best. So, buon compleanno, Elena. It's kind of sad that you had to be in self-isolation, but you are with your ATA family here. So, we are a surrogate initiative, to use we're a surrogate family, and so we are a surrogate initiative, as mentioned in AC4. So, yes, lol, hi, Sary. If you move while hiding, they can see you.
Yeah.
Thank you, 6Kids, for the tip. But you can go from the top. Oh, but they are seeing you. But it's saying press LT.
You don't worry.
I don't worry. I'm not gonna worry. I thought Unity was the most stealth-based AC, but this, the Chronicles games, they do take the cake. Like, you have to be super perfect in order to not get spotted, and if they hit you, you die. Like, there's no second chance. You can, of course, you can replay it over and over again. Can get very frustrating at times, by the way. I said goodbye in Japanese. Can you guys say it in Chinese? I think it would be very appropriate today. Ooh. Okay. Are they gonna check? Are they gonna check? Sary, are they gonna check? Should I talk like this?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk like
They
this.
can hear you.
Can they hear me?
Shut up.
I mean, they would be very surprised if they heard somebody talk in Italian. They are all speaking in Chinese. Okay. What are they gonna do now? Do we have to speak? Guys, you should also write like this. Can you write like in a lower tone? I don't think you can write in a lower tone. I love this ATA family. I think LT pulls Xiaojun up to the beams. I think we tried, but I guess Sary pushed the wrong button, probably.
You said LT.
LT.
This one.
That is right.
Ah, okay.
I don't want to be that guy. This is a Oh, okay. Very well. Okay, very well. Chat, someone say hi, Sary in Chinese. Write in lowercase. Please write in lowercase.
No, that's fine now. They can...
Oh, okay, now they can... Well, as you can see, that is a ground where they can actually hear you even more prominently. But you got to the end. So, no capital letters allowed in the stream. Well, now it can, now you cannot again. So, no capital letters for a time at least. In the meantime, it's been a few moments since I mentioned that we're gonna have a trivia. So, let me repeat and refrain. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna have today is Xiaojun Day pretty much at ATA, so we decided so. So we released a review about the Desert Threat novel dedicated to Xiaojun. We are playing Chronicles China, and I'm gonna say, in a few minutes, we're gonna have a trivia dedicated to Xiaojun and her stories. So before we start, you can already register to the trivia by by scanning the QR code that you can see on the top right of the screen right now. And by scanning it, you will be you will get to the landing page where we're gonna host the trivia. And you can register already by inputting your username. It doesn't have to be your current one. It just needs to be one username that we can recognize you through. But especially an email. And again, it doesn't have to be your personal email, but it has to be an email that you have control over. Because if you're one of the 3 winners of the books, because the prize of the trivia is the Desert Threat novel, it's going to be a physical copy for the first winner, so the person that gets the biggest amount, the highest tally of points, while it's going to be a digital copy of the novel for the second and third winner. So for the second and third highest tally of points. And it's gonna be a trivia, like I mentioned. So if you're gonna have to register with your username, your email, so that you can contact us if you win. And it's gonna be a trivia of 20 questions. You will have to participate from your smartphone, from your tablet, or also from a web browser. And because we have a tiny lag, or tiny or strong, depends on where we'll be when we do the trivia, you will always have to focus on the device where you are playing. So as soon as you see the question and the answers, you're gonna have to answer, because you will not be measured only through your correct answers, but also based on the timing. So the faster you are in answering correctly, the more points you're gonna get, and you can get a maximum of 100 points for each question. So the more time you take to answer the proper question, the lesser the tally. So it's gonna be 100 points, then 99, then 98, and such, and you're gonna have 30 seconds to answer. So the slower you are in answering, the lesser points you're going to get. It's going to be 20 questions. Like I mentioned, each question has 4 possible answers. And if you have participated already in our trivia, you might know that there might be either some trick questions or some trick answers within the questions. So you need to be focused and careful, but also fast. So it's going to be hopefully pretty interesting, and we're gonna start in a few moments. I think a few minutes. You already have. Oh, look at that! Kazekage is speaking with a smaller font. Oh, that's amazing! So that you can speak in a smaller tone. You should share your secrets. Do you need to input like an asterisk at the beginning? Sary.
Oh, fine.
Is it fine?
Yeah.
We're good?
Nothing.
Okay. The time for double negatives is upon us. Probably not this time.
But no double negatives.
Well, I remember the comments when we had the double negative in a question. It was, I think, 3 trivias ago, and the comments were they were quite something.
Well, they wanted triple negatives. So.
We had a triple negative, did we?
No.
No?
But Christophorus wanted it. So.
Christophorus wanted it. We don't have Christophorus today. And Christophorus was very, very... like, he won 2 trivias ago, and I think he won, but couldn't get the prize the last time as well. So yes. Soon enough, we're gonna have the trivia. I think you can complete this level, and then we can move on to the trivia. Get ready. As I mentioned, the questions will be mostly... Wow, that was so cool! That was so cool!
Absolutely not.
And it was
wanted.
so unintentional as well, but it was so cool. That was so nice.
I decided that there is no more time for.
No more
step.
time. Let's just jump and run and go and whatever. So you got here. Couldn't you just jump down? But here we are at the end with an amazing leap of faith, and it's not the end. I thought that the leap of faith was the end, but it was just a checkpoint. I think we can still stop here.
Yeah.
So, how about a limit to negative infinity? That was a way to complete it. Yeah, I mean, we're done, so let's just jump in the water. So, let's go to our Xiaojun intermediate page, like the intermission page, while we are loading up the trivia. The stream is a real roller coaster. It always is. Honestly, it always is. So like I mentioned, we're gonna show you guys in a few seconds the a much bigger QR code, and we will also share the URL that you can go on, so you can also participate as you can see, not only through your smartphone or tablet. If you don't have one, you can also participate by using the URL that you can see at the top of the screen. It's called ahaslides.com/trivata5. I think I can't see it right now, but you guys should be okay, ahaslides.com/trivata5. So you can participate also from a web browser. And like I mentioned, I'm about to ask you the questions, and don't wait for me, or don't wait to listen to me actually reading the questions. As soon as you see the question, and especially the answers that you can select on your device, on your web browser, or on your what is happening? When you revise more on AC trivia than your actual university exams. As I was mentioning, as soon as you see the answers, go on and answer without waiting for me to read the question and the answers, because as I mentioned, you're gonna be measured and based not only on the correct answers but also on how fast you are in answering correctly. Of course, I don't think you're gonna get any point if you answer incorrectly. But we have 10 players right now. 13 players. Okay, sorry. As you can see, we're gonna wait a few seconds more. Shall we show the QR code once again? Just in case, because after this, you can see that the URL is ahaslides.com/trivata5, or you can scan the QR code. We're gonna start in a few seconds, so get ready for the trivia. And also, I think it should be obvious, but don't input the answers in the chat of the stream. It should go without saying, and if you put the answer in the chat, it should be anyway a very slow answer, so it's not gonna get you or any other participant any points. So I think it's time. I think we can start. And as usual, as I mentioned, here are technically the technology through which I'm gonna ask the questions. And don't worry, these are the old questions, so you cannot see them even if you squint like that. So, shall we start? Are you guys ready? If only my degree was an Assassin's Creed. It kinda is not. Okay, so let's start. Question number 1. Get ready, okay? So, the question is, before becoming an assassin, Xiao Jun was ... James, what was Connor's surname? James!
Stop.
What happened? What happened? What is happening?
Something's wrong.
Okay, are we airing the questions?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess you guys could see one of the questions for reasons that are
Don't know what's happening.
unknown to us. What is happening? Hello?
It's not responding.
Okay, so we cannot interact with this.
No.
Hello. Okay, it's
Okay.
okay. So do everyone need to re-log in?
Okay.
Do we have to log in?
No.
No. Okay, so you guys are logged in again. Did you clear the answers? Okay.
No one got the answer.
No one got the answer, but you know the question for the first one. So I'm gonna read it again.
Go.
So question number 1 is, before becoming an assassin, Xiao Jun was... You should see the questions on your screens right now. So let me know if you can see it. So, was she a freed slave, a concubine of the emperor? Was she the emperor's daughter, or was she the daughter of an assassin? So, before becoming an assassin, Xiao Jun was a freed slave, a concubine of the emperor's daughter, or the daughter of an assassin. 3, 2, 1, and the answers are... The answer was a concubine of the emperor. We got 12 answers between the 16 participants, and 11 were correct. Good job, guys. You guys got it. It works. Everything is fine. I see you guys got the answers. So let's move on to question number 2, which is, what was the name of the leader of the 8 Tigers, the Templar faction that Xiao Jun faced in China? This should be somewhat easy, maybe, we'll see. After all, there is one question where we are asking for a Chinese name as an answer. So, 3, 2, 1, the answers are, is it Wang Yangming? G? Is it Zhu Jiwan? Is it Zhang Yong? Or was it Zhang Yon and Zhu Jiwan? Was there 2 leaders of the 8 Tigers? Or was it one of the 3 that we are seeing right now? 3, 2, 1. Let's see. The time's up. And the answer was Zhang Yong. 13 answers. Only half of them were correct. Wang Yangmin, I don't think I can say who he was, because there might be some questions about them. And of course, there wasn't Zhang Yang and Zhu Jiwan. There was only one leader of the 8 Tigers. So question number 3, let's move on. What is the name of Xiao Jun's modern-day descendant that appeared in the Assassin's Creed movie? So we haven't discussed this in the stream, but there was also some stuff concerning Xiao Jun in the Assassin's Creed movie. We can see the lady in the picture right now. So what is the name of this lady who was the modern-day descendant of... What is happening? Okay. Are we showing? Yes? Okay. So, was it Kaori? Was it Mari? Was it Lin? or was it Musa? Hello, hello. I think Wolfie is in the chat as well. Hello, hello. So, it was Lin. So, the answer was Lin. The other answers were Kaori is one of the doctors that appear in the Xiaojun manga. Mari is another character that appears in the Xiaojun manga. And Musa actually is a man that appears in the Assassin's Creed movie. So, moving on. Moving on to the fourth... Why are you laughing? To the fourth question. Who was the first member of Ezio Auditore's family that Xiaojun met when she arrived in his Tuscan villa? Why are you laughing? We were moving on. So, who was the first member of Ezio Auditore's family that Xiaojun met when she arrived in his Tuscan villa? We're talking, of course, about Assassin's Creed Embers. So, was it no family members, only a servant? Was it Sofia? Was it Ezio? Or was it Flavia? Wolfie enjoyed my joke. So, it wasn't...
Because she doesn't listen to you every single day.
So, it was Flavia Auditore. It was Flavia who is Ezio's daughter. It wasn't Ezio himself. It wasn't Sofia. It was her. And it was a very tough moment because that got Ezio very, very, very worried. But we're going to talk about that even later in another question, by the way. But question number 6. Get ready. Get ready. Because I'm seeing that some of you are getting them wrong. So focus. And question 6 is, in which game there was no database entry for Xiaojun? This can be either very tough or very easy. We'll see about that. 6 keys submitted, then remember the correct answer. Oh no! Did I got it?
Yeah.
Oh, I got it incorrectly. Okay, sorry. So the question was, how many apples of Eden has Xiaojun ever held in her hands?
Not even able to read.
I'm not even able to read the amazing technology that we have. So I'm messing up.
There are numbers.
There are numbers, but apparently it's incorrect. No, I am incorrect. So the answers are... Was it 1, but she couldn't really hold it? Was it none? Was it only 1, or was it 2? And the answer was none. So let's level down here. Okay, so I got it incorrectly. I read the incorrect question that I'm about to read now, apparently. So you know already what the question is going to be next. But congratulations to the 8 of you that got the answer correctly. As far as we know, Xiaojun never held any Apple of Eden. Poor Sary. Yeah, Sary has to undergo me making these jokes so professional. Marcus, the problem is me. The problem is me, yes. So question, I wonder which question is question number 6. So question number 6 is, again, in which game there was no database entry for Xiaojun? So now you guys know again the question. Hopefully I didn't mess it up again. Let's see if it's correct. You guys should know. Okay, it's correct, yes. So I can read sometimes. And the potential answers are: was it Assassin's Creed Brotherhood? Was it Assassin's Creed 3? Was it Assassin's Creed Chronicles China? Or was it Assassin's Creed Rebellion? Is this a tough or an easy question? Depending on whether you know the order of the release of the various games. The answer was Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. That's correct. There's actually, like I mentioned earlier, but I didn't say it directly because I didn't want to ruin this question. There's actually a database entry in Assassin's Creed 3 because Xiaojun gets mentioned, and so there is a database entry. So, question number 7. If it is actually question number 7. So, the question is, What is a Sheng Biao? I'm not making words up. That's actually a name that you might have heard multiple times in the AC games, in AC3 as well. I was about to mention it earlier. I didn't. AC China is not a proper game name. I know. My mistake. So what is a Sheng Biao? Is it a rope dart? Is it a hidden foot blade? Is it a throwing needle? Or is it a Chinese Jian? As you can see, this is something from Xiao Jun's equipment. You have 7 seconds left to answer. Hello, Zuxio, welcome to the stream. Time's up, and the answer was it was a rope dart. So 6 out of 12 participants got it correctly. 2 out of you mentioned that it's a hidden blade, foot blade, the throwing needle, and the Chinese Jian. But rope dart, I think Sheng Biao really does mean something like a rope dart. So good job, Kazakage, you got it right. Next question is question number 8. And as I mentioned earlier, well, I mentioned later. Let me read the question. So question number 8 is, what piece of fhizZ technology did Ezio Auditore give to Xiao Jun? This is question number 8. So after question number 10, we're gonna see the provisional leaderboard and see where we are all standing, and see how many of you are actually in the leaderboards and at the top. So the answers are a crystal skull, a blood vial, a precursor box, and a global aurora borealis device. So Yamato, you're saying as I complete the correct answers, I'm not seeing the points yet. That should be normal, I think so. White Wolf, Wolfie knows the answer here, and the answer was a precursor box. Good job, guys. Blood vials were shown mostly in AC4. What is a Jian? Asks 6 keys. It's a sword. It's the typical long sword that Xiao Jun always wields, and especially in Chronicles China.
Better answer than mine.
Yeah, Sary did. I don't know. But yeah, I also added a global aurora borealis device because it did make me giggle that Xiao Jun had in her backpack like an entire sphere like that. Anyway, moving on to this. So moving on to question number 9. So, what did Zhang Qijie, who is Xiao Jun's former concubine friend, what did she end up to become? Yeah, one of the possible answers was a little ridiculous. Aurora Borealis, yes. It is something from AC as well. So, what did Zhang Qijie end up to become? Did she end up to become an assassin? Did she become the Empress? Did she become a member of the 8 Tigers? Or did she become nothing and she stayed a concubine all her life? This character appeared both in the manga and in Chronicles China, and she went on to become the Empress. That was tough. I wrote this one, I think. I think I wrote this one. Yeah. So, maybe it disoriented you guys because of the name, but this is the friend that we see at the start of Chronicles China, and also in the manga. If you read it, she goes on to become the Empress, and then sort of like betrays Xiao Jun as well, or she is forced to betray her. Everyone and their dog has a Salakar. I use mine to keep my keys in. By the way, talking about our dog, she's actually asking to get in. But let's get at least to the leaderboard. So question number 10, then we see the leaderboard and maybe we can say hi to Dasha. So question number 10 is, during which Chinese dynasty do the events of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China take place? And in general, we can talk about Xiao Jun's life. Zark is saying, I mentioned the Salakar because it looks like, as described here, a ball that looks like the Aurora Borealis. Well, it is part of the global Aurora Borealis device. So, during which Chinese dynasty do the events of Assassin's Creed Chronicles China take place? Is it the Song dynasty? Is it the Qing dynasty? Is it the Tang dynasty? Or is it the Ming dynasty? One of these is actually the dynasty from the Assassin's Creed dynasty Manhua, and the other one is the one from Xiaojun story, and it is the Ming dynasty. If you have read the books, and the Desert Threat is the sequel to the first book that was published by Aconyte. The first book was called The Ming Storm, so that would have helped you with this question. But I see that a lot of you got it correctly, so Triton, the Ping Pong Dynasty. Anyway, it is time for the leaderboard. So we are about to see how you guys and where you guys are faring. So let's see who is leading right now. Drum roll, and the leader is Dan with 861 points. Then Connor's cut speech. Then Orfa is third. Then we have Maschio Fernando. Then we have Troopage. Kazekage is sixth. Then we have Six Kids, Tridon K, James is ninth. Elena, Farid, Matt, and Billy, Menyen, Bay, and Jordan. But guys, don't be sad, or don't let this affect you, because you're super close, and we have seen in other trivias that the tides can be turned even heavily. I think that if you are within the first even 8 or 10, or even the entirety of the leaderboard, you can actually make it up and get back to the top, because you can still have 1,000 more points to gain. So are we getting Dasha, or shall we move on?
Very.
Okay, let's have her relax, and let's move on to question 11. No, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Question. Oh, Masker Fernando, you're enjoying. I hope you guys are enjoying. Did I see Dark Marvin? I didn't see it earlier. Dark Marvin? Really? Okay, sorry guys. Question 11. What is the name of Xiao Jun's peculiar hidden blade? I'm still not seeing any points. Yamato, this is strange.
What's the name?
What is your... well, let's have a look at this question and see... yeah, no, maybe we're gonna have Doggo time later, we'll see. So what is the name of Xiao Jun's peculiar hidden blade? We have talked about it earlier. Is it the pivot blade? Is it the trident blade? Is it the hook blade? Or is it the hidden foot blade? So, yeah, I don't think we can have Doggo time. We'll see later, depending on when we are Dark Marvin. So the answer was pretty easy, and it's the hidden foot blade. We have seen it even when Sary was playing. It's a it's the hidden blade hidden in the foot, in the boot of Xiao Jun. This is weird. It's strange, Yamato or Jordan, that it's not connecting. Weird, because it's working for everyone else. So
Try to refresh.
Try and refresh your app and see if it works. It should also keep your tally point up until now. Let's give you a few seconds to refresh, and then we're gonna try and move on with the poison blade in the shoe. Yes, probably. I don't remember that. Maybe the hidden foot blade reminds me of that scene in Kingsman. Yes, there's a few movies that took inspiration from AC and vice versa. So, okay, I think we can move on with question number 12. What is the highest rank achieved by Xiao Jun in the Assassin Brotherhood? An elegant design. Was it is that something that Yusuf said? I think an elegant design. Anyway, what is the highest rank achieved by Xiao Jun in the Assassin Brotherhood? Was it a mentor? Was she a master assassin? Was she just an assassin, or was she just a novice her entire life? The question is the highest rank achieved by her. So you should know, maybe if you have played Chronicles China, you might know that Xiao Jun was able to achieve the rank of mentor. She actually became the mentor of the Chinese Brotherhood at the end of Chronicles China. There is sort of like a jump in the future, a few years after, a number of years after that. Dan clicked too quickly. I mean, we tried to make them not super easy at all times. And we got troopage as well. Yes! So, question number 13. What kind of games were the ones included in the Assassin's Creed Chronicles series? Of course, I was saying yes, that we got some of you guys, because I'm seeing some of the winners already from the past trivias. So I know that you guys know. So we're gonna try and trick you guys at times. So, what kind of games were the ones included in the Assassin's Creed Chronicles series? Were they roguelikes? Were they 2.5 side-scrollers? Were they first-person RPGs? Or were they visual novels? So, I think if you joined us in the stream earlier, you should know the answer. We also discussed it. And, well, it wasn't really visual novels. I don't expect visual novels to happen within AC, and all of you got it correctly. It was 2.5D side-scrollers. They were first-person shooters. I love that. I would like visual novels. Also not. So, question 14. Let's move on. What's that? VR games? Connor's cut speech person had to be General Clanker. Okay, so question number 14, if I can get it correctly, is complete this quote by Xiao Jun in Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. I shall walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. No one will... ... So the quote is, I shall walk in the darkness and strike swiftly. No one will. No one will stop my revenge. No one will stop me. No one will stop me in my hunt. Or no one will stop my blade. I'd be actually down for an AC dating sim. Oh my god, no. Please, Odyssey was the dating sim already, as James said. Yeah, let's have an AC racing simulator. And the answer was stop me in my hunt. This was tricky. Sary wrote it, and when she tested, I absolutely didn't know it. This is, I think, it's fairly early in Chronicles China, but yeah, it was pretty tough, this one. And we are almost at 2/3. So question 15, Basim dating. Okay, of course, 6K is asking about Basim dating sim. So question number 15 is, which character was imprinted with Xiao Jun's memories through the precursor box? We have discussed it earlier in the stream. Somebody in the chat mentioned it. Wait a minute, I need to get my Shiba Inu. So, which character was imprinted with Xiao Jun's memories through the precursor box? Was it Piara Kaur? Was it Leon Trotsky? Was it Nikolai Orelov? Or was it Anastasia Nikolaevna? So we have two princesses here. We have a historical character and a famous assassin, Nikolai Orelov, who was imprinted with Xiao Jun memories. We discussed it earlier. It was Anastasia Nikolaevna, that is the daughter of the Tsar, and that happens in Chronicles Russia. So, a little spoiler if you guys haven't played the game, but it was a plot twist moment for sure. So question number 16 is, in which country is the modern day part of the manga Assassin's Creed Blade of Xiaojun set? So the manga Assassin's Creed Blade of Xiaojun has a historical part that is pretty much similar but not exactly the same as Chronicles China, but it also has a modern day that you can see in the two pictures that we're seeing. And we are asking, in which country is the modern day set? So is it China? Is it the USA? Is it South Korea? Or is it Japan? Grandmama, it's me, Anastasia, assassinate someone. This feels, does it? Does it feel like a trick question? It kinda was. It kinda was. Sary is sort of like happy that the trick question worked. I mean, it's not a trick question. It was a straight question. The thing is, it's a Japanese manga, and of course the writer set it in Japan, not in China. And Sary put a picture of the blonde doctor that kind of seemed like she was a US character. So, sorry, but FFS isn't one of the options. So, SBM, welcome to the stream. SBM has joined us in the Discord, I think this week or last week. So, nice to see you in the stream as well. So, it was a straight question, but the answers... Sary, how dare you be cruel to US? Which was one of the answers. And was one of the trick answers, so... let's move on. Vabbè means, well, let's go on. Oh well. So, question number 17. We have 4 questions left. So, get ready. I can hear Sary snickering from...
I am.
She is. Every time. Newbie moment, I wasn't hitting the submit. Oh, well, Yamato, you weren't hitting the submit button every time. Well, don't be too sad. We are gonna have more trivias in the future. So, I mean, you can test yourself for these questions and see how you fare. So, question number 17, correct? Yes.
I have no idea. You have to know it.
I should know, but I botched it earlier. So question number 17 is, how did Wang Yangmin, that is Xiaojun's mentor, how did he meet his fate? Sary's evil laugh. So how did Wang Yangmin, that is Xiaojun's mentor, how did he meet his fate? Sary is definitely a Templar, I agree. She also supports the Templar every time. So, did he have a natural death? Was he stabbed by Zhang Yong? Did he die in a fire in Macau? Or was he put to death by the Empress? If you played or read the manga, you might know. And the answer was, he was stabbed by Zhang Yong, the leader of the 8 Tigers. What's happening?
Nothing, just go
on. Okay. Sary is trying to put some emojis in the chat. So, good job to the 7 of you guys that got it correctly. I think it's 7. Sary is the Aesir Sage of Loki, a trickster. Okay, so 3 questions left. Get ready. So, question number 18 is, which item worn by Xiaojun revealed to Ezio Auditore that she was not a threat? So, we're talking about embers here. And Xiaojun was wearing something. And when Ezio saw it, he realized that she was not a threat. And that she was not a threat for Flavia, and she was not a threat for him as well. So was it the assassin crest on her clothes? Was it her hidden blade? The assassin crest on her necklace or her hood? And it was the assassin crest on her necklace. She had a green necklace with the assassin crest of the Chinese Brotherhood that was engraved on it. F in the chat for all of us flopping. No, don't be sad. Don't be sad. F. I guess James didn't get it correct. But yes, I think 8 out of 12 got it correctly. I dropped so hard. True Page, not so sure of themselves on this one. I mean, we had to get them a little tricky, and like I mentioned, having questions on Xiaojun, the more you look up, the more they get tough. This one was medium. I'm gonna say medium. Can be easy if you know a bit about Xiaojun. So final 2 questions. How many books about Xiaojun were How many books about Xiaojun were published by Aconyte Books? We actually mentioned it earlier. So this is sort of like self-celebrating in a way, because Aconyte kindly provided the 3 copies of Desert Threat. They are the prize for this giveaway, for this trivia. And so, how many books about Xiaojun were published by Aconyte? Was it 2? Was it 1? Was it 0? Or was it 3? And of course, it's only the ones about Xiaojun, because Aconyte has published many books about Assassin's Creed, and most of them are really, I'm gonna say every single one of them are really, really good. So, and the answer is correct. It's 2, and of course it is the Desert Threat and the Ming Storm, which is the prequel to the Desert Threat. And Yamato says, I just like to test my knowledge, but almost always I miss the trivia on our channel. Well, it's fine. It's fine. You can, it's always on Monday at 8 p.m. Not every Monday we're having trivias. And of course, you can also test your knowledge even just by watching the stream. But of course, it's much more. I'm gonna say it's much more fun if you're playing live, of course, because it's like we're all playing at the same time. And question number 20, which is, yes, these are the non-canon books, 6 keys. So question number 20, which is the final one. Get it ready if you plan to win. So, was Xiaojun featured among the characters designed for the Assassin's Creed Red Lineage prints? The answer is not just a yes or no. You will see the answers pretty soon. There's different potential answers that start with yes or no. And the answers are: is it yes in the second collection? Is it yes in the first and second collections? No, she was not featured. Or yes in the first collection. When Sary showed me the question, I absolutely had no idea. I mean, I had some idea. I spent all of last year playing back through all the AC games. I never played them until last year, says James. Orpha says, I have no idea. I can see that you guys tried it. This was a very tough one. And it is yes in the first collection. I knew...
Who are the two?
Tell me in the chat, before we see the final leaderboards and see who the winners are, let me know in the chat who got it correctly. Troopage is the first one that got it correctly. Who is the other one that got it correctly? Let me know in the chat. I thought you were gonna ask if Xiaojun is on the AC-15 key art. That would be somewhat easy. And Kazekage got it right by guessing. I expected it could be some guesswork here, but it had to be the toughest one at the end. We wanted to make it the tough one. Sorry? It was the last one, so we wanted to get it as tough as possible. Well, we could have made it even tougher, but I mean, I think this is tough enough. The hell are the Red Lineage prints? Basically, they were collectibles that were made available on the Ubi Workshop and Ubisoft store website. And we have a page on our website. I forgot about this. Okay, Sary is gonna shame on me. Here is the link on our website that you can find them. What is happening? Okay. Oh, it should be this one. Okay. So anyway, let's have a look at who the winner is, or I should say who the winners are. As I mentioned earlier, the highest tally will get the physical copy of the book. Second and third are going to get a digital copy of the book. And the 3 winners are going to have to write to us an email. So let's have a look at who the winners are. Kazekage says, I think I've achieved God status because you got the final one. You don't even know your own website. Yes, a lot of shame. They're beautiful prints. Kazekage back with the small capitals. Okay, so let's have a look. Drum roll. Let's see who the winner is and who the winners are. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sary, let's go, I want to know. And the winner stayed Dan with Connor's cat speech so close. Congratulations, Dan. Troopage got the third, snatched third position from Maschio Fernando. Good job, guys. And then we have Orfad and 6 Keys, Kazekage. James kept, I think, 8. And then we have Matt, Elena, and Jordan. You were able to get the points eventually. Look at this. Look at all the reactions in the chat. Congratulations, guys. Dan, congratulations for getting the biggest prize here, which is the physical copy of the Assassin's Creed The Desert Threat novel. And congratulations, who was it? To Connor's cut speech and to Troopage. Who's Connor's cut speech in the chat? I didn't see who is the other winner. Troopage is the third one. Anyway, to the 3 winners, please write to us to our email so that we can confirm that it's actually you, and write to us from the email that you used to register in the trivia. So that we can actually see that it was you that won. So Dan, Connor, cut speech, and Troopage, please write to us in the email that we're actually writing right now. Sary made a mess in the chat. Okay, so please write to us to accessanimus.gmail.com. Congratulations to everybody for participating. I hope it was fun as it was for us. That was a tough quiz. I reckon you should do more that are centered around a singular question. Well, the thing is, the more you make it around a singular topic, the more you have to dig. The more you have to dig to get the to get 20 questions. So the more tough questions you're gonna get. So we try and have them more general in order to make them a little easier. This was a great stream. Thank you so much, Elena. And Triton K's Wi-Fi didn't cut out this time. So congratulations, General Clanker. I've been staying the entire time to build up patience. Guess it worked. So close to. So you were second. General Clanker, you were Connor's cut speech. Well, good job, guys. Thank you, guys. Dan has a winner speech. Dan, you have a winner speech. Please write it in the chat. I'd like to thank my parents, Darby McDavid and Eivor Varinsdottir. Guys, I'm so happy that you guys are having fun with us like this. I'm not sure how many trivials we can do, but these are always moments where we gather and we have fun, and we have some jokes here and there, and we can also provide you guys with prizes. So I'm happy that we always have these gathering moments every week. So thank you guys so much for joining us in the stream and in the trivia. Keep your eyes out, as I mentioned, always on the channel over the week, because we're gonna release the interview, the interview with our director Jean-Luc Salah on Assassin's Creed Mirage, and join us in our Discord server, as I mentioned in the chat before, as we can discuss AC day in and day out. And we can also discuss the trivia if you have more insults to send us. We'll be reading every single one of your comments. So thank you guys for joining us. Again, have fun wherever you are in the remainder of the day, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye!